This is crucial. So listen up, because this isn't a coincidence. If you stopped on this video, it's because the three archangels sent you an urgent message. This is their final warning, their last sign before something powerful is unleashed in your life. And it's not just anything. What's coming might break you wide open, but only to rebuild you stronger, freer, and with a joy you won't even be able to hide. If I were you, I wouldn't budge from here, because what's about to happen could change everything forever. They tell me they're going to shatter those chains that bind you. They're going to uproot that dependence that's had you trapped. Saint, Michael has already signed your victory, and he did it by sending you the strongest angels that exist. What you're about to receive isn't a gift. It's a reward earned with every tear, every fall, and every time you picked yourself up alone. Get ready, because I see you changing your location, moving away from everything that dimmed your light. Very soon, even those who know you won't recognize your new self. And no, you won't have to wait long. The archangels are in a hurry. Before the month ends, you'll see the results firsthand. Mark today's date well, because this marks the beginning of your total transformation. The humiliations are over. Enough is enough. No one else will walk all over you. They're going to lift you up with such force that no one will ever be able to put you down again. You won't need anyone's help, because your place has already been reserved by heaven. Everything they took from you, everything they denied you, everything they stole from you, now returns to you multiplied. The three archangels are going to sign, seal, and decree what is yours, and there will be no human or dark power that can stop it. Your energy is changing, and it shows. You're shining like never before, and that's why there are those who can't stand you. They've tried to stop you, tried to sabotage you, spoke ill of you, dragged you into gossip, and even used dirty energy to bring you down. But it won't work on them anymore, because you're not the same. You've awakened, and what's coming now is so big that even your enemies will have to applaud. Even if it's with rage, there's a person in your life who can't stand to see you shine. They're seething, full of rage and frustration, and their only goal right now is to make your life miserable. They can't stand to see how you're progressing, how you're still standing despite everything they've done to you, and much less can. They stand to see that there's someone special in your life who's starting to get close to you again. This person watches you in silence, like a shadow that's always present. They study you, analyze you, and look for any detail, no matter how small, to use against you. They never take their eyes off you. They want to sabotage your projects, your relationships, your dreams, your happiness. And the most concerning thing is that they might be closer than you imagine. Today, if you paid attention, you might have noticed strange attitudes, uncomfortable glances, or malicious comments disguised as jokes. There are people who pretend to be friends or family who want the best for you, but in reality, they're wishing for your downfall. They're the kind who are always involved in everything, who ask too many questions, who want to know every detail of your life, not to help you, but to control, criticize, or even manipulate. They don't want you to progress. They don't want that special person to return to your life, because they know that if the two of you reunite, you'll be unstoppable, and that fills them with anger. The connection you have with that person isn't common. It's a soul connection, something that comes from past lives. A bond so strong that no ill intention can break it. But they, the envious ones, know it. That's why they try to interfere, to create obstacles, to sow doubt. They do it out of envy, out of fear, because they recognize your light, and know that if you and that person reunite, love and abundance will flow like an unstoppable river. They've tried everything. They've spoken ill of you, made others turn their backs on you, put false ideas in the minds of people you care about, all with one goal: to stop you. They want you to feel alone, confused, weak. But there's something they can't stand: that you are well connected with your angels, with your faith, with your intuition. They feel that strength, that protection that comes from above. And that makes them nervous, because no darkness can extinguish a light that comes directly from heaven. And this is where the urgent message from Archangel Saint Michael comes in. Because it's no coincidence that you're reading this. It's not just another text. This message had to reach you today, before the end of the year, because you are about to experience a profound change. Saint Michael has words for you, words that are charged with power, protection, and transformation. Listen closely. I am Archangel Saint Michael, and I am here for you. I haven't left you alone for a single day. I have been fighting battles you cannot see, protecting you from envy, bad vibes, energetic attacks, and ill intentions. I was by your side when you thought no one supported you. I have been clearing your path, cutting toxic ties and removing people who only sought to take advantage of you. You have been strong. You have endured more than many could, and that strength you have from above comes from your soul, from your faith, from your divine mission. Saint Michael wants you to know that the worst is over, that all those tears, all those nights of anguish, all that exhaustion you've accumulated from enduring what you didn't deserve, are about to be replaced by blessings. A new chapter is coming for you that will be different. You'll start to see clear signs that your life is changing. You'll feel a new peace, a calm you haven't felt in years. And best of all, you'll recover love, that true love that was never broken, only paused for a moment. You were chosen. Not everyone can withstand the trials you've been through. That's why heaven is blessing you now in a special way. It's not just a reward for enduring so much, but a recognition of your noble heart, your generosity, your ability to give without expecting anything in return. Everything you've given, everything you did for others, all the love you gave, will now be returned to you multiplied. The universe doesn't forget anyone, much less those who have truly loved. Ready, because a season of abundance is coming. But we're not just talking about money, although you'll also see significant financial improvements. We're talking about abundance in your soul, in your heart, in your emotions. We're talking about a new life with people who truly value you, with projects that fill your soul, and with that special someone who, even though they distanced themselves, never stopped feeling for you. They are also waking up. They are also receiving signs, and very soon you will hear from them. That's why I tell you, don't give up. Don't let those who envy you steal your light. They don't know what's coming for you. They don't understand that. Every time they try to harm you, you only grow stronger. Every malicious word becomes a blessing for you. Every attempt at sabotage transforms into a divine opportunity, because you are under heaven's care, and no one can go against the plan God has for you. So breathe, lift your thoughts, connect with your faith, and repeat this. I am ready to receive all the good that life has to give me. Saint Michael protects me. My paths are opening. Love finds me, and abundance comes into my life now. This is your moment. Don't let it pass. You've been through tough times, I know. Moments when you felt like everything was falling apart, that there were people around you who were only there to put obstacles in your way, to hurt you with their words, their actions, their envy. People who smiled to your face but spoke ill of you behind your back. People who tried to extinguish your light, make you doubt yourself, hold you back, make you feel less. But listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you is no small thing. They no longer have power over you. Their ill intentions, their lies, their traps, their hidden desires, all of that is about to turn against them, because the universe, God, and your angels have said, enough is enough. Every tear you shed, every burden you carried in silence, was not in vain. They were part of a divine process whose purpose was to forge in you a strength that no one can now break. You are not weak or a victim. You are a warrior of light. And what is coming for you is not punishment. It is reward. You are about to see how all those bad vibes dissolve, how the truth comes to light, and how the masks begin to fall one by one. You will no longer have to defend yourself, or explain anything. God will take care of putting everyone in their place, and you will simply shine. If you already know who those people are who tried to harm you so much, if you already have those toxic people in mind who tried to block your paths, comment there. Initials not out of resentment, but as an act of surrender. Letting God and divine justice take control. And if you don't have anyone in particular, still prepare yourself. Because in these coming days, you will discover things. You will see with your own eyes who's truly real in your life, and who has been pretending. An important revelation is coming, something that will make you understand why certain things weren't flowing the way you wanted. Everything happens for a reason, and very soon you will see it clearly. This message is not a coincidence. It arrives at a crucial moment because you are about to receive a great blessing, one of those that transform everything. Not just a fleeting joy, no. I'm talking about a gift from heaven that will change your life completely. Something that will make you look back and say, everything I went through was worth it. This year will not end the same way it began. Good news awaits you, open doors, unblocked paths, a cycle ending full of light, and a Christmas like never before. A Christmas where you'll be able to share your achievements with the people who truly love you, the ones who have supported you, unconditionally. But above all, I want you to feel this in your soul. God doesn't make mistakes. If you've made it this far, if you're still standing despite everything, if you're still dreaming despite the blows, it's because your purpose is immense, and that purpose is about to be fulfilled. From this moment on, something begins to change. I want you to know this. From today, my energy, my protection, and my guidance are with you. My power envelops you, strengthens you, elevates you. You are not alone. You have the divine strength of heaven, and everything that comes from now on will be for your growth, your peace, and your blessing. Tomorrow itself, you will begin to see signs clear, strong signs that will show you how everything begins to fall into place in your life. You will receive unexpected calls, positive news, new people with good energy, and the most beautiful thing is that love is also arriving. That special person, the one destined to walk with you, is approaching. Before the year ends, you will be together. Yes, together. Healing, laughing, dreaming. You will welcome the new year with true love, without masks, without games, without fears. And the most beautiful thing is that it will be a clean love, blessed with purpose. One of those that doesn't leave. Believe me when I tell you, this is not just any message. This is not an illusion. My words have power, because they are charged with divine light. And it's no coincidence that you're reading this. It's because heaven wants to speak to you directly. It wants you to prepare, to open your heart, to have faith. Because when you have faith, the impossible becomes possible. And there's something else. There's a number that heaven wants you to remember. A number that will start appearing to you constantly, the number 7. Every time you see it, it will be a sign that you are aligned with your purpose, that you are on the right path. That number will be your guide, your reminder that heaven is with you. And listen well to this part, because it's powerful. You no longer have to worry about money. All those debts, those financial anxieties, that uncertainty that keeps you awake at night will very soon be a part of the past. God is praying for you and your family to get ahead, for you to have what you need and more, for you to live in peace, with dignity, without scarcity. You will never go hungry again. You will never feel limited again, because a path of prosperity has opened for you, a new beginning full of opportunities. Receive this message with love, with gratitude, with faith. And if it resonates with you, if you feel it in your soul, write it in the comments. Receive my message with much love and share it with those who need it most. Because just as you are receiving this light, you can help others receive it too. Because this world needs more hope, more truth, more faith. Get ready, because the change has already begun. What's coming is beautiful. It's yours, and no one will take it from you. Always remember this powerful truth. When you share a blessing with someone else, yours multiplies. That means every gesture of love, every word of faith, every act of gratitude opens more doors for you. Give thanks to God every day, even in difficult moments. Because even if you sometimes don't see it with your eyes, He is with you every step of the way. He has never let go of you, nor will He. His love is unconditional. His protection is real, and His power is greater than any obstacle you may face. There are people who can't stand to see you doing well. Yes, there are hearts full of envy that watch your path with bad intentions. They can't stand the light you carry or the blessings heaven has showered upon you. And precisely this Sunday, I must warn you of something your angels want you to know urgently. There's a group of people who are planning to harm you. They don't do it directly, of course not. They hide, act in silence, and use negative energies to try to dim your light. But their envy isn't working for them. On the contrary, every attempt to harm you is rebounding against them. They want to get in your way, hinder your progress, and above all, destroy something very valuable. Your essence, your light, your authenticity. That spiritual strength you carry within is what bothers them most, because they don't understand it. They don't have it. And it reminds them of everything they are not. That's why they try to confuse you, manipulate you emotionally, and send you bad vibes so you feel insecure, lost, or aimless. But you are not weak. On the contrary, you have been forged in the midst of storms, and yet your soul shines with a force that even the densest darkness cannot extinguish. Furthermore, there is a more dangerous plan they are preparing. They want to set a trap for you. Yes, the trap to make you look bad to others, to defame you and point fingers at you for things you haven't done. These people are so full of resentment that they no longer seek justice, only destruction. And since they cannot reach you with their own efforts, they try to tarnish your name. But do not fear, because all that is hidden will come to light. God will not allow them to get away with it. He will protect and defend you even when you are not present. They also want to see you fall in your romantic life. Your relationship, or that very special connection you have with someone, bothers them immensely. They know that through love you have received great blessings. Peace, security, joy, motivation, and they don't like that. They prefer you sad, disconnected, dimmed. But that's not you. You are made to love, to be loved, and to live a deep, authentic and beautiful story. And although they have sought 1,000 ways to separate you from your special person, they have not been able to, nor will they be able to. Because what's coming for you in love is something great. Your special person is processing many things internally. They haven't distanced themselves because they don't love you. On the contrary, they are taking some time because they want everything to go well. They want to do things the right way. They are facing strong internal confusion, where fear, the desire to move forward, and the need to heal certain past wounds are mixed. But deep in their heart, there is a certainty that hasn't changed. What they feel for you is real. It's not an illusion. It's not something temporary. It's a deep connection that has touched their soul. He or she has come to the conclusion that they don't want something temporary with you. They want to build something serious, lasting, something with solid foundations. Despite the doubts, the silences, and the time that has passed, their decision is taking shape. And in that process, you are constantly present in their thoughts. Because when someone truly loves, even if they take a breather, they don't leave completely. That's why I ask you not to lose faith, not to believe the external voices that try to sow doubt in your heart. Those envious people want you to disconnect from your purpose, from your love, from your path that you must resist. This is the moment to decree with strength, to reclaim what is yours, and to receive with open hands everything that is to come. Blessings in your romantic life, in your finances, in your personal and spiritual growth. Declare with certainty, nothing and no one will take away what God has prepared for me. Repeat that phrase as a daily affirmation, as a prayer of protection and power. Because when you believe firmly, you activate divine energy in your favor. And believe me, there is no human or spiritual power that can stop what is destined for you. You are about to enter a beautiful stage full of signs, reunions, and unexpected blessings. That project you desire so much will flow. That relationship will heal and grow, and your name will be cleansed of all false accusations. The people who try to see you fall will have to see how God lifts you up with more strength than ever. And not only that, they will see how you flourish, how you progress, how you become an inspiration to others. Give thanks now for all the good that is coming. Trust, act with love and faith, and prepare for a time of miracles. Because yes, although many have tried to stop you, God has already decided that your story continues, and it continues with victory. But today the universe wants you to know something clearly. This story is not destined to end in pain. Everything you've lived has not been in vain. Every tear, every disappointment, and every sleepless night were necessary so that you could heal, grow, and recognize your true worth. And now, finally, that love that seemed lost begins to align with you again, but with a different energy, more mature, purer, more honest. He has also changed. He has spent entire nights thinking about everything he failed you on, about the words he didn't say, and about the times he let others' opinions outweigh his own feelings. That guilt haunts him, but it also drives him to want to do things right. This time, he's tired of appearances, of pretending that nothing is happening when inside his heart is screaming your name. And that's why he has begun to cut ties with those people who don't add to his life, with those who sowed poison every time he spoke of you. The strongest part is that even in dreams you keep appearing. He has woken up more than once with a pounding chest, with wet eyes, with his soul speaking to him of you. The universe has made sure to remind him that with you he had something sacred, something that is not found every day. No matter how much he denies it to others, you are his home, his refuge, his deepest longing. And although he may not say it with words, his actions will begin to speak louder. He will seek you out, perhaps not immediately, but he will. He will approach with that mixture of nostalgia, fear, and hope. And when he does, it will be because he is truly ready, not out of loneliness or habit, but because he finally understood that without you, everything else loses its meaning. But you must also prepare yourself, not to repeat the past, but to decide from a place of self-love. This time, forgiveness should not be a surrender, but a conscious decision. The universe is not asking you to forget, but to transform that pain into learning so that you can look forward with firmness, with clarity, with a heart cleansed of resentments. In the coming days, you might start to feel him closer through signs, thoughts that appear out of nowhere, songs that remind you of past moments, coincidences that seem impossible. Do not ignore these signs. They are the echo of a destiny that has not been broken. It has only paused for a moment to heal. You will also see how the masks of those who spoke ill of you begin to fall. The truth always comes to light. And in this case, everything that was hidden will begin to reveal itself. Those who wanted to separate you, who intervened with lies and rumors, will be exposed. Because when love is real, no gossip has enough power to destroy it. And as for that friend who has kept silent, that hidden feeling for you can no longer remain in the shadows. Very soon it will surface. He knows that you love another person, but even so, his heart has not been able to release that desire to be with you. That internal conflict has generated tension in his close group, and although he has tried to conceal it, his gaze betrays him. Don't judge him. We are all human. We all have emotions that we don't choose to feel, but you have the right and the clarity to set boundaries and protect your peace. You are not alone in this. The universe is guiding you with precision. Your angels accompany you, and every step you take is being carefully observed by forces that want to see you happy. This is the moment to look within yourself and ask, what do I deserve? Am I ready to open the door to true love without fear? Because life is not just about getting back with someone. It's about returning to yourself, to your essence, to your calm, to that space where you know your worth. And from there, decide if that person who returns deserves to enter your world again. Not because they ask you, but because they have shown they have changed. So don't despair. The story is not over. Yet, true love is not always linear, but when it's real, it finds its way back. Keep your faith, guard your heart, and get ready, because what's coming is not a repetition of the past, but the beginning of something much deeper, more conscious, more truly yours. Even though you've only seen your side of the story until now, I want you to know something very important. The other person has also been struggling. It might seem like they moved on with their life as if nothing happened, as if they walked away without looking back, but that's not the full truth. They've suffered in silence with a pain that pierces their soul. Their pride, that shield they've used all their life, hasn't allowed them to express how much it hurt to lose you. But inside, they're broken. They're carrying a deep guilt and a void they haven't been able to fill with anything or anyone. They've tried to distract themselves, to occupy their mind with other things, but nothing works. In their desperation, they made wrong decisions. They walked down paths that took them even further from the light. They even fell into harmful habits, into vices that jeopardized their physical and emotional health. They lost control of their life for a while. There was a moment so dark, so critical, that if their guardian angel hadn't intervened, they would be facing serious consequences today. But that divine presence, that love that doesn't abandon them, lifted them up just in time. It offered them a second chance. And now, with a wounded soul and a heart full of repentance, they're starting to look back. And there you are. The universe doesn't do things by accident. If you're receiving this message right now, it's because there's a truth you need to hear. You too need to talk. Not to pick up where you left off as if nothing happened, but to heal, to close that chapter that has been left open like an unhealed wound. There are many words that remain trapped in your chests. There are tears that were never shed in front of each other. There are unanswered questions, and there is also love that never stopped existing. That conversation will be the bridge between what you were and what each of you is destined to be. It will be the moment where, without masks, without pride, without defenses, both of you can see each other with bare hearts. Because it's not just about forgiving. It's about understanding each other, looking into each other's eyes and saying, now I understand why it hurt so much, but I also understand why it was necessary. And the most impactful thing is that this conversation is closer than you think. The universe is already preparing it. The paths are aligning so that in a few days you will receive a sign, a message, a call, something that will break the silence. Get ready for that moment, because when it arrives, your soul will know. It won't be just any message. It will be that vibration in your chest, that knot in your throat that only appears when the heart recognizes its truth. That encounter will not only serve to release the pain of the past, but to transform the energy between you. Perhaps after that talk, each of you will go your separate ways. Or perhaps it will be the beginning of something new, more mature, more real. Whatever the outcome, the inner peace you will receive is priceless. It will be as if a weight you've been carrying for years has finally been lifted. That's why listen closely. This week will be decisive for your emotional life. The forgiveness you offer or receive will be like a magic door that opens to a lighter future. So, if this message is speaking directly to your soul, leave your comment with the words universe and love, because that small act of gratitude has power. When you give thanks, the universe moves, invisible doors open, blessings are activated. And here's something you need to keep very much in mind. Within the next 7 days, something big is going to shift in your life. It doesn't matter if everything seems stuck now, or if you feel stagnant. There's an energetic change in the air, a universal force that's working in your favor. And what I'm about to reveal is not an empty prediction. It's a divine warning. Karma exists and it's manifesting at this very instant. The people who hurt you, who betrayed you, who mocked your pain, will receive their lesson because the universe doesn't forget. But you, on the other hand, are going to receive something better. Justice, love, clarity, whether in love, in your finances, in your health, or in that dream you've been waiting for so long. Something will be unblocked. What seemed impossible will begin to make sense. That opportunity that wasn't knocking on your door will appear. That money you needed will show up. That person you dreamed of returning will be closer than ever. But for that to happen, there's a condition. You must open your heart and trust, not from fear, but from the certainty that you are being guided by a higher intelligence, an energy that knows you and has always wanted to see you happy. So do it now. Click the heart, follow me, and activate this connection with your higher energy. Don't underestimate the power of your intention. When you connect with the message that belongs to you, you make it real. When you believe, you create. And this is not just any message. It's a portal, a call, a key that opens what has been closed for so long. Visualize it. Within 7 days, you will feel different, calmer, more secure, as if something that weighed you down inside has finally been resolved. Because it will be. You are not alone. The universe supports you, your angels watch over you, and Saint Michael continues to cut away with his sword everything that no longer belongs in your life. What awaits you is greater than you imagine. It's not time to give up. It's time to prepare to receive. And remember, true love is never broken. It only transforms. If this story is for you, you'll know very soon. Trust. And just when you thought there was no hope left, something inside you begins to change. You start to feel something moving, something invisible yet powerful. You no longer feel that anxiety that once controlled you. Now you feel a calm that gives you clear signals. Something is aligning in your favor. The universe is setting the stage, and what's coming will be unlike anything you've experienced before. He feels it too. No matter how much he tries to distract himself or fill his time with other people, you remain in his mind. He has tried to move on, but everything reminds him of you. A song, a perfume, a phrase, a glance on the street that resembles yours. And it's no coincidence. It's the universe pushing him back towards you. Because when a connection is real, no matter how far apart you are, there will always be something that guides him back. And most importantly, this time he won't return with empty promises or poorly constructed excuses. This time, he will arrive with actions, with clear deeds that show he is no longer the same. He knows that if he wants a second chance with you, he has to earn it, not with sweet words, but with commitment, with presence, with consistency. And that's exactly what he's preparing for. On the other hand, you have learned to love yourself, not to settle for crumbs, not to give yourself away out of fear of being alone. You have built your own space, healed your wounds, stopped begging for love, and started attracting it. You have understood that whoever doesn't value your presence doesn't deserve your energy. And thanks to that inner strength that now sustains you, you are ready to choose from fullness and not from lack. He knows this, and it inspires him, because he's not looking for the woman you once were, the one who forgave everything just to avoid losing. He's looking for this new version of you, the one who doesn't bend, who shines with her own light, who doesn't need anyone to feel complete. And, believe me, that has captivated him. In the coming weeks, you might notice very subtle but revealing changes. Maybe he'll text you suddenly. Maybe someone will tell you he asked about you. Or perhaps you'll simply dream of him and wake up feeling that something is about to happen. These signs are real. The universe doesn't play with your emotions. If you're feeling that something is approaching, it's because a divine reunion is brewing, a new beginning. But it's also important not to let painful memories close doors on you. Not all returns are negative. Sometimes, time is necessary for two souls to prepare, for each to heal on their own, and then to reunite from a more conscious place. Not everything that broke should be discarded. Sometimes, what breaks is rebuilt stronger, more solid, more real. Now, you'll need to observe intentions with clarity. The love you deserve isn't the one that arrives halfway or appears when it's convenient. It's the one that fights for you, the one that stays, the one that respects your process, the one that cares for you even from a distance. And if that's the love he's willing to give you, then don't be afraid to open your heart. But if upon his return you notice that he's still the same as before, that he still doesn't take responsibility or acknowledge your wounds, then walk away peacefully, because you are no longer meant to beg for affection. You are meant to receive a love as great as the one you give, a love that makes you flourish. Not with a dot. Remember also that other souls have noticed you. Not just that friend who has silently harbored feelings, but also new people who are about to arrive. People with clean energy, with sincere intentions, who don't carry the weight of the past, and can offer you a completely different story. True, love is not limited to a single possibility. The universe always has unexpected ways to surprise you.